Hi Leo, welcome to Higher Source Tarot. This is your Is It in the Cards love reading for May 2020 for all Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So I just want to start by thanking all of you who have been watching my channel, subscribed, liked, and commented on my videos. I really appreciate that, and I'm having fun doing the readings for you and co-creating with you. So please continue to use this for guidance. We don't live our lives by the tarot, but it sure can be helpful in guiding us. If you're new here, I'd love to have you as a subscriber and hit the bell if you want to be notified when new videos are posted, which is about every week. So I kind of recently did a May, June, July, August seasonal tarot check for the months ahead if you haven't seen that one yet. And we're adding this because a lot of the monthly and weekly readings are very dominated by money. And so I know there are many of you on here looking for love and trying to figure out what's going to happen, especially coming out of a quarantine situation where maybe you've been alone and you're wanting someone special in your life. So let's see what is going on here for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is for Leo. We're going to start with 3 cards for you. You're represented by the 5 of Pentacles, the Tower, and the 9 of Swords. So you've been through something here. They're represented, interestingly enough, by the 9 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, and Judgment. Your guidance in the relationship is the Empress, the Knight of Swords, and the High Priestess. And then the bottom of the deck, I do like this for this reading, you've got the Queen of Cups, okay? So we're going to begin with the Whispers of Love Oracle card. And these cards are really for attracting more love into your life. So your guidance here, you've got ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. And speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. So, well, that's powerful. I'm going to start with the second one about speaking the language of love. And what I think a lot of us can get complacent on is really minding the way that we think, speak, and then it turns into actions, right? Thoughts become words, become actions. And so if you're starting to find that the things that you're saying are not very kind, tolerant, and loving, that's already indicating where your thoughts are. And so you definitely want to find appreciation, not gratitude necessarily, because gratitude is tied into lack. Appreciation for things around you. Really even noticing in your environment, if you're single, noticing couples that seem like they're in love and saying, the universe is bringing that to me. The universe is showing me an example that love exists in the world. And then the other card here, is really about being willing to be in a relationship, being willing to accept love, being willing to accept help. Because sometimes when we're single for a while, we can get very independent and have a hard time even accepting help and love into our lives. But like I said, I think you've really been through it. You've had, with this, you've had the 5 of Pentacles here, which is all about change. I think for some of you, you've had a real financial hit with this pandemic. It's caused some sleepless nights, and your focus has really been on recovering, pivoting, taking the bounce, and what do I do next? Fate is all about lack of choice. Fate is about things are just decided for you and you have no opportunity. Destiny is about having a choice in the matter, seeing the way that things are unfolding and then pivoting in the direction of something better, taking inspired action. So your guidance here is definitely to align yourself with your destiny and know that this is not it, but you've definitely had a huge upset. You've had, I think for some of you, you may have had a relationship that ended before all of this, but it was very sudden, and just the whole thing together has even maybe caused you, I'm definitely getting anxiety, but maybe even some depression too. And Leos are, you're the life of the party, right? And it's like, my God, a Leo is depressed. Well, yeah, it can happen. And from a mental health standpoint, as a clinician, I'm going to tell you, don't use the tarot to live your life. But if if you're feeling that way, reach out to a local mental health provider and see about setting up even an online session. You can do teleconferencing. Some places are still meeting in person, and I think that as we get into the summer, they're going to be much more available in person. But you've definitely been hit hard, and I think that you've been single for a while here. This other person too, though, this is the wounded warrior, the Rocky card. They don't give up, but they have definitely been through it as well. And I feel like for them, they are getting out of a relationship that's been very toxic, and they're trying to move away from it, maybe a marriage even for this person. I think that they did everything they could. There's no unfinished emotional business here, but it was toxic. And I actually feel like for some of them, they may have been cheated on in the situation, and it's like they tried to recover from that, but they just couldn't. It was not sustainable. The relationship was not viable once that happened, and they had to break free of it. But it's a 9, so they're coming away from it, and they're working on themselves. They're moving forward here with the 6 of Swords. I definitely think you could be dealing with an air sign here, so it could be an Aquarius, Libra, or a Gemini. But also Earth is represented too. So it could be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo that's coming towards you. But with this Judgment card, it feels like it's a long time coming for them. It may be more of a legal situation where they've gotten a decision about a divorce or even a legal separation that's now going into a divorce, but they're moving on. They really are not tied to this emotionally at all. They are moving on, they are working on themselves, and they are ready to commit to somebody and be in a relationship. But it's been painful. This is a person who knows pain. And in life we will know pain, but suffering is optional. Again, it's like aligning with fate or aligning with destiny. We all have a powerful choice to make there. So with this, I do feel like they are moving on. They may have had some financial commitments with this person, and it's just been kind of sticky to get out of it. But, it's definitely had an impact on other people, I can tell you that. They may have kids, too, from this situation, and that will be something to navigate. But, I feel like they've moved on emotionally, and they're breaking free of the whole thing. They're just coming out of this whole thing, and they're looking for a brand new beginning here with somebody. This is the mother of the tarot, the Empress, and it's all about being in an unconditional, loving, kind environment. She's got the best interest for everyone here, and I think the guidance with this, is that it's not in the cards for May. I'm going to tell you that. But overall, there is a commitment coming. You've got a couple things going on here. I think they still have some conflict with this other person to deal with. I think that this person is not ready to see them move on. They're ready, but the other person is still kind of charging after them. And I think that you are going to, when this does come into your awareness, I think that you, and you might already know this person. That may be also that it's, this person, but it hasn't really been going forward. I do think that their ex is going to be doing some spying on you through the internet. And just, and people do that, right? And you kind of just wear the world like a loose-fitting garment and don't let it affect you too much. But there's, I feel like there's been some hidden emotion here, in terms of, I think that they it's like they need to make a heart-over-head decision. I feel like with this High Priestess, there's a part of them that logically is saying, well, I'm just getting out of this serious commitment, and I'm just not sure, what people will think if I go right into something else. And so, there's something kind of like, I feel like it's been kind of hidden here. Some of their uncertainty has been hidden. But for you, this is also the card of the Psychic. And it's a time to rely on your intuition. I think that you know this person is a good person. And it's a Queen of Cups relationship. You know, there's love here for sure. But I think it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to grow and to bloom and to, you know, really be a loving, unconditional relationship. But it's in the cards in terms of, is the love there? Yes. I just don't see it unfolding in May. I think that you have a little bit more time here to really see it start to develop. So take things slowly. You know, let them unfold. Be patient. Be kind. You know, I think sometimes we get to the point where we want it right now. We want to see it, feel it, touch it, taste it, hear it right now. And that's when we can kind of disengage from our own power to manifest. So they're here. I do feel like for some of you, you know who I'm talking about, and it's coming and the love is there. It's just, is it gonna, you know, you're not gonna move in with this person and get engaged in May. But I do think that the love is here for you, and I love you so much, Leo, and I will be back again next week.